A fun fact about me is that I have gone to nearly all of the museums in Washington, D.C. But I decided to go back anyway and hang out with my friend Rachel Brown because it's been way too long since I've seen her. So here you can see we're in Old Town Alexandria where we got some ice cream. And the next day I got right to work with that tourism.
I put too much mental energy into not looking like I was lost to the point that I got lost.
Basically every day after I was done with my remote work, I would head out and visit museums and art galleries until Rachel got off of work.
I have no desire to see the poor remnants of a once powerful people. The removal bill represents oppression with a vengeance.
After the National Museum of the American Indian, I went to the Smithsonian's Botanical Garden and spent several hours there. I very much forgot how large it is and did not think I was going to be there for so long. It was beautiful though.
Police, gendarme, and
The National Gallery does hourly free tours of different eras of art, so I got to hop on the French Impressionism era, and I learned so much and felt very inspired to continue pretending I'm an artist. This is me torturing Celie by putting her ball in my shirt, and it took her a long time to figure out that's where it was. I always say have friends that have dogs so you don't have to have the responsibility of having your own, so I enjoyed having my Dalmatian ownership dreams fulfilled. Of course, we went to Georgetown to just soak in all these gorgeous homes we would never be able to afford, and to really put the cherry on top of that statement, I bought some $4 falafel, but it was amazing, so don't even judge me. I got some pretty good crocheting in while I was there, and I was able to finish this Celie look-alike stuffed animal for Rachel. And then I headed over to get a tour of the Capitol. And it was, of course, very educational. I have done a tour of the Capitol before, but no way am I going to store all the information about my own government in my head. Like, I need to review people. Despite the side eye this man was serving, I had really enjoyed my French Impressionism tour, so I went back for Italian Renaissance and got to see this Da Vinci painting and learned a lot again. And then I went over to see some modern art, just to spice things up a bit. And I'll be honest, I often have a very hard time appreciating modern art, but this museum was very captivating, and I felt like everything really told a story that I could follow well. Plus, there was a Yaya Kusama exhibit, and I was not about to lose my opportunity to experience such an iconic artist. Washington, D.C.'s Chinatown may be small, but I'm a fool for dim sum, so I got myself some pork bao buns, a mooncake, and some delicious chicken feet. Over by the White House, there was a modern art museum that I had never gone to before, so I went over there and checked it out. They had some really amazing art done by indigenous artists, made with materials that I hadn't seen a lot of art be made out of. For example, these are little paper flowers and paper corn. Like, how do you make such tiny details by folding paper? I was so impressed. There was a lot of textile art there too that I really enjoyed.
Oh my goodness, she's fancy.
When I'd gone to the Memorial Mall before, I had walked to all the different memorials, and let me tell you, biking to them is a much more enjoyable experience because these babies are spread out. My favorite memorial is the Jefferson Memorial. I just think it's really beautiful with its reflection on the water and the lighting of it. On my last day of doing typical DC things before heading to the beach, I went back to the Library of Congress because that building will never cease to amaze me. If you've been there before and you thought, oh, it was cool, well, go back. You're going to notice something new this time, and you're going to be just as impressed as you were the time before, if not more. Just the amount of little details and craftsmanship put into this building is astounding. This was my first time at Union Market, and we went there to see the movie Clueless, and of course to get some delicious lomo saltado.
Buy one now. Taste how nice.
On Saturday, we drove to Dewey Beach, which is near Rehoboth Beach, and we enjoyed the day sitting in the not too sunny weather, eating snacks, reading books, crocheting, sketching. I did get in the water a couple times, but I had to get out when my Raynaud started acting up because I was kind of scared I was gonna freeze to death. We also made a little friend with a crab over here, which later I ate a crab cake, so sorry dude, I ate your friends. On Sunday, we went to the Hillwood Estate and got to see a lot of gorgeous Russian artwork and some very beautiful gardens as well. It was really breathtaking. I also have not seen a lot of Russian art before, so it was a enlightening educational experience, whatever you want to call it. The gardens here were set up like rooms, so there was a cutting garden, a greenhouse, an Asian-inspired garden, a putting, what do you call it, putting court, putting field? I don't know. I don't play golf, obviously. There was a little wood getaway area. There was even a little dog cemetery and a French-inspired garden as well. They had a rose garden too, and it's a putting green. That's my final guess. But look at these gorgeous orchids they had in the greenhouse. I was very impressed by them. After that, we went to the National Cathedral, which unfortunately was closed, so we weren't able to enter it. I was pretty bummed about that. But we got to walk around the Bishop's Garden, which was also very beautiful. I was just a little gardened out at this point, though. To which you might say, Mallory, wasn't Secret Garden your favorite book as a child? And yes, it was, but I just really wanted to go inside the cathedral and see all the stained glass. On Juneteenth, we got some bagels and then went hiking to find a waterfall near where the movie Dirty Dancing had been filmed. And when it was time to head back to Ohio, I got myself a cupcake and hit the road.